Hi everyone, my name is Terri and welcome to Friday Fact Day, where I get to tell you about the work I'm doing in fitness, feminism, and philosophy. And today's fact is demystifying some fitness jargon. So this is a topic that kind of came to me in bits and pieces over the last several months. It's almost a year since I started this channel, and I've been asked a number of times about different things. What do these words mean? And I never really kind of had enough content to do a video about any one particular word on its own, and I just recently realized I've got enough to do a whole bunch of them together. So that's what you're getting today. So the first one I want to talk about, because somebody just asked me about this again recently, is muscular hypertrophy. And in fact, what the person asked me about was, how do you pronounce it? So when you're looking at this sometimes on blogs or in fitness textbooks or magazines, you don't really know how to say it. And you know what? That's totally cool. The person who asked me how to pronounce it has a PhD in something, okay? So don't think you're stupid if you don't know how to say that word. What is muscular hypertrophy? It's what we sometimes call, colloquially speaking, gains or muscle gains. And it's basically that particularly visible growth of the muscle. There's a couple of things that happen when you do strength training, when you work out frequently and consistently. And consistency is the key. Sorry, those who want to be one and done, but you got to keep at it. But over time, your muscles will get stronger, which is your ability to produce force against an object. They'll also get visibly more defined. And what's happening there is that your muscle mass is increasing. So you're not getting new muscle cells, but you're actually using the cells you've already got, and they are getting bigger over time. A couple of other keywords, and these come more from the actual physical activity side of working out, and particularly in strength training. So the first one is 1RM. This is an abbreviation. 1RM stands for 1 rep max or maximum. And the idea behind it is we use it to test to see how much you should be loading into a given exercise in order to get the best benefits out of that exercise, but to still make it doable. So what we do is load up roughly where we think you can lift the most, test it out, and add or subtract from there just to see what's the absolute maximum amount you can lift one repetition of correctly and safely. Now, let me be clear. It's got to be a correct and safe lift. There can't be garbage lifts here. You have to do it well in order for it to count as your 1RM. We take that 1 rep max, that total you can lift once very, very well, and back that off to determine your working load. So your workload will be, it really depends on your goals, but it could be anywhere from like, say, 50%, even up to maybe 90% of the max, depending on what you're trying to achieve. So that's how we determine how much weight you lift in a given number of repetitions, which of course brings me to the next thing on the list. So reps and sets are quite often just abbreviated as R/S, and you'll see that in things like notebooks and journals or apps or spreadsheets that you can download for tracking your workout progress. So it just means the number of repetitions you do of a move, and then how many times or how many sets you do that same series of repetitions again in a given workout. So your reps, say for example, we're doing bicep curls and it takes you, let's say 10 repetitions to get the muscle really tired and to know that you fully worked it and to get that little burning sensation. That's your number of reps. And after that, you take a break that can be anywhere really from 30 to 90 seconds. Okay, hang on a sec. I got to stop myself there. Scientifically, the break is 30 to 90 seconds. If you're the gym goer who brings your phone to the gym and uses that time in between sets to check Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or whatever socials you're on, 30, 90 seconds is a bit of an understatement, but anyway. So after that little break, that 30 to 90 second break, your muscles will have replenished some of the chemicals. This is the ATP system you may have heard about. And then you're ready to do another set, and you do another set until again, you get that hot, worked out feeling. And you do, depending on what your goals are and what you're working towards, you do sometimes 2, 3, maybe 4, could be more, could be less, kind of varies for a whole bunch of reasons. But basically doing the same number of repetitions again of the same exercise in the same workout, that's a set. And that leads me to yet another one that I get quite often. And this one is a little scary. Muscle failure. And for very good reason. People who are new to exercise and haven't heard this explained before can get really, really upset when we use that term. Failure is generally a bad thing. fair enough. And if a fitness instructor, gym trainer, whomever you're working with says we're going to work till failure, yeah, I wouldn't blame you for running the heck out of there. But here's the thing. When you're doing that exercise, again, let's use our bicep curls as an example because I can fit that in the frame of my camera. When you're doing that and you get to that stage where you feel the burn in the muscle and you feel tired and you feel like, okay, I've done enough. And maybe you're also getting to that point where you can't do another repetition correctly. That's muscle failure. And as scary as this name sounds, it's actually a really good thing. If a medical professional said muscle failure to me, I'd be freaking out. But when a fitness professional says it, it's actually good. It means you've done the job completely and you're ready to move on to another thing and leave that muscle alone for a little while. So there you go, folks. There's my little mini glossary, if you will, of some fitness jargon. And I know jargon can be intimidating. And when it comes to physical activity, especially strength training, I don't want anybody to be so intimidated by that they don't come in and work out. So hopefully this gives you a little more motivation and a little more access to that knowledge in that space. Let me know in the comments down below too if there's other fitness terms that you've heard that made no sense or that you read the definition and that didn't really help. And thank you as always to my regular viewers. Thank you, of course, to the folks supporting me on Patreon. Pop over there. There's a link down below if you're interested. And the people buying my merch from Threadless. There's some new stuff coming up on Threadless. So stay tuned. I will be launching some new stuff in my store. And as always, lift heavy, fight the patriarchy, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.